Welcome to Philosophy in BIM today. In this video, I'm going to share a technique that I've been using for years when it comes to building a more robust family content in Family Editor by using sweep and nested profile. Alright, let's jump right in. Okay, in this example here, I have two objects that are currently created. One is created by using extrusion, the other one is by sweep. For anyone who will start off the journey of building Revit content, most likely you've been using extrusion a lot, and myself included. When I first learned how to build content, I've been using extrusion because they are easiest and they're easy to learn, they're easy to apply. But I want you to think about it for a second here. Just kind of pause and think about it for a second. You can see pretty much the sweep that I have here can also create a box, or basically anything that I can create an extrusion pretty much can be done using a sweep, because the sweep object essentially is that you are defining the path, and in this case is a linear path, and then you're going to draw the shape of the profile that is going to sweep along the path to form the sweep. So in other words, like I said, anything I can do with an extrusion pretty much can be done with a sweep, right? Except that, of course, with sweep you have to do more steps to be able to generate the form. But like I said, after the video, I'm hoping to be able to change your mind that, you know, using sweep is worthwhile to take a little bit more time to generate the form in Family, because you'll be able to gain more. You'll be able to have more value, and you'll be able to make more content, make the content more robust by using this technique. Okay, all right, so let's go over some quick process of generating a sweep from scratch. So if I were to recreate this form, just basically an extrusion, like a box, like an extrusion. So first thing I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to go to the front view of my Family, and then if I go to the Create tab and use sweep here, I'm gonna be in the sketch mode. So under sketch mode, you can either do it as a sketch path or pick path. So for now, I'm going to just stick with the sketch path. So there are time and place where you can use pick path or sketch path. It depends on the situation. But for now, I'm just gonna go with sketch path. So I'm basically defining the path. Like I said, I'm just going to draw a linear path that goes from bottom to vertically to up in the air. And I'm going to hit the check mark to finish. The next thing I'm going to be asked to do is to generate this sketch of the profile. So in this case, you can see that I'm just going to hit edit profile. It's going to give me the option to choose where to draw my profile. So in this case, I'm going to go to the floor plan reference level. I'm just going to go ahead and just do a simple rectangular shape, just like that. Again, pretty simple, right? And I'm going to go ahead and finish it, and then hit the check mark again, and that's how I can create a sweep. Again, as you can see here, it takes more steps, it takes more clicks, and like I said, most people probably just take the shortcut and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just go with the extrusion. I don't have to do a sweep, right? So why bother? Okay, so like I said, nothing quite special yet, because if you're using this technique to just generate a sweep, you're not gaining any superpower. Okay, but there's some hidden technique that I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so let's go back to the sweep again. When I go edit the sweep here, under the profile here, if I go to select profile, you notice that I can either do an edit profile, which is the sketch in place, or actually I can choose this one called low profile. So what low profile means is that I could simply use a profile family from outside and then nest the low profile family here and use that as a profile shape to generate that sweep. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick demo here and show you why and how to do it. So I'm gonna back out here, and I'm gonna go to the File tab, go to New and Family. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose a family template from the folder, from the template folder. I'm using in English Imperial. And if I scroll down, I'm looking for the profile template, which is this one here. You notice that there are a couple other profile families template to choose from. There are profile hosted, profile mullion, and all the other types of profile. They are for different type of profile used in the project. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the profile template like that and hit open. All right. So basically, I'm in the profile family right now. For this right now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to generate that form, which is just a box. I'm going to go ahead and just use the line work to redraw that shape of the box. So for now, I'm just trying to keep it clean and keep this dimension symmetrical on both sides. So in other words, I'm just going to use the mirror command like so. And I do need to use the trim command to clean up these edges so that it forms a continuous loop. All right, basically just like that. So for now, I'm done. So next, I'm going to load this into the project. I'm going to load this profile family to the host. Okay, nothing happens yet because what happens is I need to go back to this family, to this sweep object. In this case, I'm just going to go with this one right now. Let's go and get rid of this, and I'm just going to use this one for the demo. So I'm going to go to the edit sweep and go to the edit profile. This time around, because I have a nested profile already loaded, I can simply go to the drop down, and you'll see that right now, besides sketching in place, I do have this option to choose the family one, which is again the nested profile family. I'm gonna go do that, and you notice that the shape actually got updated. And let me go and finish it. Okay, so you can see right now the family is the sweep object is now using the nested profile as a shape to sweep along the path. So what's so special here, really? That's the real main question. Okay, so now that I have the sweep selected, I want you to kind of look at the properties and what's there. So these parameters now are becoming a new parameter. So these parameter just came along right now. It wasn't there before, but it is now. And notice that there is a parameter called angle. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's an angle parameter, right? So what that does is that now if I change the value here to say 45, you see that I just rotated my box or my sweep here, right? So what that means is I can continue to change this angle to any degree that I want. I can do 180 and any degree from 0 to 360. Better yet, I can even do negative degree. Say, for example, I want negative 60, and still it works. So this parameter now can be rotated 360 degree, including any negative value. What's so cool about this technique is that this parameter is not gonna break. So there are other ways in family creation that you can create rotations, and that requires different technique. Oftentimes, one of the kind of obstacle that you have to overcome is that the value, sometimes Revit doesn't like negative value. And this is a really easy technique that doesn't break the family. when it comes to putting any value, positive or negative whatsoever, right? It's such a great technique, because now think about what I can do with this. And this is something that you can't do it with an extrusion. But again, not the way that I have here. If you ever want to rotate an extrusion, yes, there are techniques you can implement, but it's gonna require more skill, more knowledge to do it. This one, by far, that's something that I've been doing it for years, is by far is the easiest to create a angle parameter in Family Editor, just by using a profile family in your sweep. Okay, so with that, so I'm just gonna put it back to 45 degree here. With that, I can simply click on this little button or this little icon that says Associate Family Parameter. That will allow me to generate an angle parameter here. I'll keep it as a type right now under dimension. That's okay. And what happens is, now I just have this angle parameter in my family that I can change it to any value, right? Like I said, there's so many things that you can do right now with this technique. So, okay, things like louvers, things that require that angle or rotation. And I'll be able to share some other practical example in the future videos of what you can do with this parameter, okay? I have done many different things over the years that utilizing this technique, okay? All right, there's more. All right, so the question is, what about the profile family? What happens to the profile family? Where did it go? All right, pay attention to the project browser. Okay, so if you go down to the project browser, your profile family should be under the families here, and it's right over here, right? That's your family one. Okay, there's more you can do with this profile family. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the family one here. Like I said, I just basically did a quick demo, so I didn't really spend time to build a proper profile family. So let me go ahead and just start again. I'm gonna delete all this line work, and I'm gonna build a proper profile family with parameter this time. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Create tab, go to Reference Plane. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay out some reference plane here, and I will keep this a 6 inch, and then mirror it the same that I would do it from here. I would keep it 3 inch and mirror that. And I wanted to make sure that these line work that I'm using in the profile can be parametric. So basically, I'm just simply laying out some groundwork, and I'm converting these dimensions to parameters such as width. Okay, so the key to remember here is you need to make sure that the parameters that you're creating in the profile family are typed. They has to be typed. That's the only way that works. It cannot be instant. So I'm gonna hit OK to continue. I'll do the same here. I'll call it depth and keep everything the way it is. The last thing that I need is to redraw the line work. So I'm going to the Create tab, Line tool. I'm simply using the rectangle tool to redraw this box. Usually my preference is to align and lock to these sketches to the reference plane so that they are kind of working together. And so let's test it out here. So if I flex this parameter, you'll see that they are working, they're flexing. So you can see that it is working as expected. Okay, so I'm gonna change it back to 6 inch here. And now I'm done with the profile family, so I can then load it back to the project. I'm gonna go ahead and accept these changes. And let's go back to 3D view. Nothing quite happened yet because like I said, I haven't done anything. I'm just using the same dimensions to recreate that profile family. All right, what I want you to do is let's take a look again in the nested profile family in the project browser. All right, so if I were to go to the family one here, if I were to double click this icon, that will expose the type properties of the family or the profile family. Notice that the parameters that I created earlier now shows up here. So what that means is, test it out here. I could then flex this parameter. You will see that now I can control the width and the depth dimension in my sweep object. Pretty much, like I said, if I were to generate an extrusion, I could pretty much do that in the extrusion, right? I can set up width and the depth parameters to control the overall dimension of the extrusion. When it comes to the sweep object, this is how you do it. When it comes to, again, using nested profile, this is how you do it. You're gonna set up these parameters inside the profile family template, profile family, and then nest it here. And once you have this parameter exist, you can simply use associate family parameter and pass this parameter on from the profile family to the host. So if I were to connect this parameter, I'm basically mapping this parameter to the host just like this. And if I go to the family types, and now they are all here. So I have now 3 parameters: angle, depth, and width. Pretty much what I can do is I can simply control my family of the sweep object here. Okay. All right. So like I said, what I just showed you is by utilizing this technique here, not only I'll be able to create a parametric object with the sweep, but I just got some superpower of this rotation or angle parameters just by doing the simple steps. Again, it requires more steps, it requires more thought process than an extrusion, but now again you bring more value. You are making the family wall more robust, and again there are so many things you can do with this right now. And like I said, in the future videos I'll be able to show you what you can do with this technique and how you can utilize this new gain angle parameter to do something really cool. All right, okay, I hope you like it, and if you do, give me a thumbs up on the video. If you want more of these Revit tutorial tips and tricks videos, subscribe my channel, and like I said, I'll be able to share more of these techniques on especially using sweep in my future videos. All right, stay tuned on my channel, and thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.